The year is moving incredibly fast and April is already here with a ton of new games coming. This is Mr.CanIplay and today we look at the top 10 new games of April 2023. At number 10 is Sherlock Holmes The Awaken. Now this is a remake of the Sherlock Cthulhu crossover mystery. If you remember and enjoyed how great the Singing City was, then this is one I recommend. It's a full remake, not just simple improvements on graphics, visuals and gameplay, but also the storyline. This game was first released as a point and click, but I expect that this time around it will be a more modernized game given that it's a full third person mode and all the footages of this game makes it feel like that's how it will release. At number 9 is Ghostwire Tokyo, which was released last year but is now landing on the Xbox Series. This is a first-person adventure mythical game with a unique form of combat. Despite critics being critics, I found this game to be interesting, great storyline, and an immersive world that is different from any other titles, with supernatural elements. At number 8 is Mega Man Battle Network Legacy, which is a collection that is basically the same like other collections and includes all 6 mainline Mega Man Battle Networks. With the difference being that they are real-time tactical RPGs, there's a world map, NPCs, and the combat is in a virtual reality where you control a program called megaman.exe to do all your battles. So you're basically an antivirus. If you're not a fan of tactical RPGs, then this is one not for you. However, it's a game with an interesting take. At number 7 is Meteor Maker. Now if you have ever imagined what Super Mario and Doom would look like if they're combined, there's no need to do so as this is what we're getting with this title. It's an FPS with its point being to design levels as parts to acquire genetic materials which are at the center of the outpost. You can raid that outpost either solo or co-op. If you're a fan of Doom, then this right here is for you. It needs players who are quick in clicking the mouse and pressing the keyboard buttons, and the great part is a variety of weapons including grappling hook. At number 6 is Bramble the Mountain King. Now this game has been described by the developers as a grim adventure that is inspired by dark Nordic fables, which sounds really good to me as I enjoy anything that is grim. The story is you are a boy trying to find and save your sister from a monster, Bramble. It has some fairy tale stuff, ugly looking monsters, and I think it's one of those freaky games like Little Nightmares, and it sounds interesting and fun. At number 5 is Road 96 Mile Zero. Now this is a prequel to Road 96 where you play as a teenager Zoe who flees from her home. That is the narrative of the original game, which was a success with an interesting narrative and a few stops along the road across the northern border of this fictional country. You walk, hitchhike and even steal cars. I think the feel of this new game will be the same as the previous one, with of course the structure being different. At number 4 is Minecraft Legends. Now I'm not a fan of Minecraft, but this action strategy game is obviously set in the Minecraft universe. There are monsters invading from Nether, spreading corruption, and it's more like a Minecraft fairy tale passed down through generations, so it's not in the mainline Minecraft world. So we don't expect to deal with the consequences in the future games. It looks similar to other Minecraft spin-offs, except perhaps the strategy element. Now this is a game which looks interesting and I think you should give it a try. At number 3 is Horizon Forbidden West Burning Shores, which is an expansion that's adding quite a lot to the game with a new campaign and a new storyline. It most probably is an epilogue with a similar length to Frozen Wild. There's little marketing to this game, which is surprising, maybe because they realize that most of us are anticipating it because they do a very good job with their DLCs. However, Burning Shores is a PlayStation 5 exclusive, so a next gen release. And number 2 is Dead Island 2. Now I have always wondered if this game was ever going to happen. It switched developers a few times, problems in development, and that kind of gave a signal that they were not ready yet. But it's finally coming and it's set 10 years after the first game, which is approximately the time between the first game release and this one, and it's set in an open world Los Angeles and San Francisco. It looks pretty good and the original was very enjoyable and the open world seems like a great idea. And of course the top game is Star Wars Jedi Survivor, which is a sequel to Jedi Fallen Order with tons of new improvements on what was already a very good game. It has elements of Uncharted and Souls, but not with that high difficulty, which I enjoyed. But there are a few additions like the new stance in lightsaber combat and the Force stasis. Now if you enjoyed the video, then subscribe to my channel, video released on a daily basis, and feel free to make some comments or ask any questions.